Hello everyone and welcome to Power Rangers Stories. Here I bring you the untold and what could have been stories. So sit back, relax and get ready to listen to some more phenomenal adventures. Also don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell to get notifications on the latest videos. And may the power protect you. Ninja Storm, the Pink Ninja Ranger. Chapter 10, Return of Thunder, Part 2. Previously. Zoey woke up on a deserted beach, in the middle of nowhere. She had demorphed and was lying on a bunch of rocks in her civilian clothes. Ow! After getting to her feet, she looked around, but couldn't see anyone. What's going on? She climbed up and clutched her side. Hello? Guys? Hello? Anyone? Zoey climbed down from the slippery rock, looking around, dizzy and disoriented. Still trying to figure out where she was, she clutched her side in pain. What happened? She started walking around, trying to get her bearings. The ocean? She out at an endless stretch of water that rolled towards her. Where am I? She asked, trying to catch her breath. Zoey, she looked around as Dustin and Tori came running up toward her. Are you okay? Tori asked as Zoey joined them. I'm a little dizzy and my side is all bruised up, but I'll be okay. Where's Shane? She asked as she looked around curiously. Other than the sound of waves hitting the beach, there was nothing. Right here. Shane said, coming down some rocks. I hiked up the hill to check things out. He stopped for a moment, out of breath. We're on an island. An island? Tori asked, incredulously. Yeah. There's no other land or people around as far as I can see. Shane replied, looking over at her. I'm pretty sure it's deserted. Hey, don't bother. Shane said when he saw Dustin going for his communicator. I already tried. Last thing I remember, we were playing Battle of the Zords with Blake and Hunter. Dustin told them. Yeah, don't remind me. Shane said, as he frowned at Tori. Don't look at her like that, Zoey interjected, this isn't her fault. Oh, yeah? He asked, then whose fault is it? Yours, he accused. Excuse me? She asked incredulously. Where were you, Miss Ninja Graduate, when we were fighting them before that snail showed up? He stepped up to her. Why is it you're never there for the whole battle? How about this, Shane? Zoey said in a low voice, you step back and I don't take you down. Because, I can assure you, I can. And I will. Shane stepped back quickly as her eye flashed pink for just a moment. You don't want to piss me off. Don't start. Shane, lighten up. Tori stepped between them. There has to be an explanation for this. Lighten up? Shane spun around to look at them furiously. We're stuck on some deserted island with no way off and no way to contact the rest of the world, he yelled at them. I think everything is pretty clear. Shane turned and started to leave. What's that supposed to mean? Tori demanded. He stopped and looked back at them. We've only known these guys for, what, a month? He asked, and how much of that time are they actually not trying to take us out? You didn't see Blake the other day, Tori told him. Something must have happened to them when they went onto Lothor's ship. Hold up, Zoey stopped them. What were they doing on Lothor's ship? That's what happens when you're not there, Shane commented, not even looking at her. You miss out on the important stuff. He pointed to Tori. When you're ready to get real, come and talk to me, all right? He finally started walking away. I've got to find a way out of here. You've got to find a way? Zoey stared at his retreating back. Oh, I am so going to knock him upside his stubborn air ninja head. Don't worry, Dustin slung his arms around the girl's shoulders. We could always trade him in for a new ranger, he told them, maybe a green one. Green would be good, Zoey agreed. My brother was green. The other two grinned before they started following Shane. Wait a minute. Tori called out to Shane. I'll admit that this is brutal, but you have to allow for the possibility that there is some logical reason for all of this. They all stopped abruptly as a blur shot past, into the forest. Okay, I wasn't the only one who saw that, right? Zoe stopped. I know I'm still a little dizzy, which probably means a concussion, woohoo, but I'm not crazy, Zoe asked, still clutching her side. Don't worry, I saw it too. Dustin said, agreeing with her. Anyone else? I did. Tori confirmed. Good. Dustin said, looking around. Just making sure. Yeah, I saw it too, Shane nodded. Before another blur shot past as well. Over there, the four took off into the forest, chasing the blurs. Hold up. Shane called as he slowed to a stop, and Tori, Dustin and Zoe skidded to a halt behind him. It came this way. I saw it, he told them. Good eye, Shane. Blake smirked as he and Hunter suddenly appeared in front of them. You ever wonder if two Thunder Ninjas got into a fight with three Wind Ninjas and a Fire Ninja, who would win? Hunter challenged with a smirk of his own. No one, Tori shook her head. The only way to win is if we worked together. Which I thought we were doing, Dustin added. Guess you were wrong, Blake smirked back, unfazed by their words. Tell you what, we'll even give you a head start, if you want to run, Hunter offered mockingly, and Shane let out a low laugh. Sorry Tor, whatever is up with these guys, we're not going to fix it by letting them stomp us, Shane told the Water Ninja as the smirks dropped from the Thunder Rangers' faces and they slowly moved into a fighting stance. Oh, I have no intention of letting them stomp us, Tori frowned, and all four grabbed their shirts and pulled them off, revealing their ninja gear. We don't want to fight you. Dustin insisted as he reluctantly got ready to fight. But you give us no choice, Zoe growled. Enough talk, Pinky, Hunter ignored their words, and he and his brother ran at the four. They fought each other in the trees, until Shane, Zoe and Hunter ninja streaked to the beach, and the others followed suit. Are we having fun yet? Shane growled as he faced Hunter. No, but there's always this. Thunderstorm, Ranger form. Ha! Power of thunder. The pair morphed into their crimson and navy suits. I knew it, Zoe murmured to herself, I just knew it. Saw that was coming, Dustin grumbled irritably. Ready? Ready. Ninja storm. Firestorm. Ranger form. Ha! Power of earth. Air. Water. Fire. Oh, it's on now. Blake called as they morphed. We're through taking it easy on you, he declared. You're right, Shane, Tori admitted with a sigh. They're not going to listen to reason. If it's them or us, I choose us, Dustin agreed. Thank you. Finally, someone's listening to me, Shane sighed as he got ready to draw his sword. Zoe just shook her head. While she wasn't about to let them take her out, she knew there was something wrong with them. They had to snap them out of it. Ninja swords. Fire glaive. The four drew their weapons, and the fighting continued. However, the Thunder Rangers easily overpowered them, and Dustin was thrown into the water. Blake, stop, the Navy Ranger's staff blocked Zoe's attack, but she kicked him back and kept rushing him. What has gotten into you? Why are you attacking us? What happened on Lothor's ship? She asked, as she swung her glaive up to dislodge him. Blake hesitated. Before Hunter's crimson blaster caught Zoe and she went flying with a cry. Then he turned and blasted the other three, who flew into the air before landing hard. You've got to stop this. Shane groaned, trying to get to his feet. Say goodbye, Rangers. Hunter didn't listen as he and Blake stood in front of the three, before Zoe stepped in the way, raising her arms. All right, look, we know that you have some serious emotional issues that you're going through right now, Shane said, getting back to his feet. You ever consider group therapy? Hunter murmured, as he and his brother looked down. This is getting old, Tori murmured as she stood next to Shane. Hey, I love dirt as much as the next guy, Dustin started, but Blake interrupted him. Too bad it doesn't show in your writing, Dustin. Looking offended, Dustin lifted his sword. You did not just bag on my writing. Both Dustin and Blake ran at each other, battling with their sword and staff. Why are we fighting them? Hunter asked. Blake pinned Dustin down on the ground with his navy antlers. You want some more? Hey, wait. Hunter called out, isn't Dustin our friend? He looked over at his brother. Blake, stop. This is wrong. What are you talking about, Hunter? Blake asked, confused. Ninja beams. Shane and Tori attacked Blake, sending him flying into Hunter. Guys, stop. Zoey tried to intervene, but it was too late. Storm Striker. Fire, they blasted Hunter and Blake, who went flying. They staggered to their feet but were taken down by the Wind Ninja's swords. Seriously? Zoey demanded. We were supposed to be holding back, to try and knock them out of it. She yelled at them, really pissed. Not knock them out. She ran over to check on the brothers, and the Wind Rangers followed. Oh, my head. Blake groaned, as he tried to stand. His visor was down, and as Hunter lifted his head, they found that his was too. Where are we? The Crimson Ranger wondered as the four standing cautiously in front of them lowered their visors. Are you all right? He asked Blake as they got to their feet. Yeah, Blake nodded, before they noticed the four. What are you guys doing here? Hunter frowned, completely confused. You guys okay? Shane called over, and they nodded. What happened? Hunter asked. They seem themselves, Tori nodded as she looked to the other three. Shane just shrugged. Hey. Chubo's voice echoed down to them, and all of them looked up at the tall cliff, where the green alien was standing looking down at them. You down there, in the bug suits, he shouted. He better not be talking to us, Hunter growled, his visor coming up to hide his face again. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Chubo yelled down at them. I worked too hard for you to mess things up now. Is it just me or has he turned into a real crybaby? Zoey asked innocently, making the others laugh. No sooner had he finished speaking, did an explosion send rocks and sand flying everywhere. In the smoke, a familiar monster appeared, laughing. You can't keep a good snail down, he declared. Did you miss me? He taunted. I never did get that escargot that I wanted, Zoey commented. Watch out. Shane yelled, before they were all knocked off their feet by Super Toxapod's attack. They hit the ground hard, and the two Thunder Rangers landed nearby. Didn't we already fight this guy? Shane grumbled as he pushed himself up. But he smells even worse. Tori groaned as they caught a whiff of his powerful stench. Everything about me is worse. Super Toxapod declared. Now what does he want? Dustin whined as the monster laughed loudly. Want? Super Toxapod repeated as he walked towards them. He laughed again. I want to sink this island with you on it, he announced. I want to cause an atmospheric reaction that will drop the temperature to 100 degrees below zero. I want payback. The snail hit the four rangers with a beam, knocking them to the ground, just as Kelsax appeared and attacked. How'd they get here? Tori yelled as they threw her about. Maybe they got a group rate? Dustin gulped as they were knocked about. I don't care how they got here, Zoey held up her glaive. But I promise, they won't be making it home, she said and started fighting back, before a light flew down and hit Hunter, making him cry out. What was that? Blake went to check on his brother. There didn't appear to be anything wrong, but then until Hunter suddenly turned and attacked Blake with his staff. Whoa. Now they're fighting each other. Shane noticed what was going on as Hunter continued to attack his brother. That's crazy. Tori cried out, before Zoey shot past her. Zoey, she frowned, before being swarmed by Kelzacks. As Blake pleaded for Hunter to stop, the Crimson Ranger just kept attacking him. He swung his staff, and was about to land another blow, before Zoey blocked him with her glaive. "What's the matter with you?" she asked. "Have you lost your ninja mind?" Standing in front of Blake, she pushed at Hunter's staff, making him stagger backwards and hit the ground. "Get out of the way." Hunter snarled at her as he pushed, but Zoey's glaive had blocked it in a way that gave her more leverage than him. "I'm not playing with you, Hunter," Zoey declared. "I will take you down. I've held back before because you were a fellow ranger and we have a mutual friend, but enough is enough. I will knock you out." She shoved at his staff and slashed down with her glaive. It connected with Hunter's staff, making him go down to his knees. "I know they've messed with your head, Hunter. If I have to, I will knock you on that head. Maybe that will bring you to your senses." "Hey, what's taking so long?" Shubo demanded from nearby. "Finish off those rangers so we can take control of the planet. It'll be a cold new world," he declared. Super Toxipod kept attacking the three-wind ninjas, and Zoey refused to let up on Hunter. "Back off, Zoey, or I'll take you out too." Hunter snarled. "No." Zoey shook her head. "They have done something to you. Blake isn't your enemy. Shubo and Toxipod are," she insisted. "You got zapped with that beam, remember?" Blake pleaded from the ground. "More lies. Don't listen to them." Shubo yelled at the Crimson Ranger. "But I..." Hunter's voice was strained. "Hunter, look into your heart, you know the truth," Blake insisted, before a cloud of the toxic smoke blew out, straight at them. Reacting instantly, Hunter shoved Zoey out of the way, and took the hit with a cry as Blake rolled out of the way. "What's happening to me?" he yelled as slime began to cover his helmet. "The steam." Zoey gasped as the others looked up. Right in the face, Tori groaned. "It's going from bad to worse." Dust engulfed as Hunter fell to his knees. After a moment, his yelling stopped, and he leapt up. "This is the end, Blake," he roared as he ran at his brother. "No!" Tori cried as they got to their feet and ran to help. Shane took on Super Toxipod, while the others tackled Hunter and forced him away from Blake. "Don't hurt him," Blake pleaded with them as Hunter struggled in their grip. "Don't hurt him?" Zoey yelled. "Are you crazy?" Hunter threw them all off. As he went to attack them, Blake grabbed him, only to be knocked to the ground. Hunter threw him about like a rag doll, ignoring Blake's words completely. "Get off him." Shane tackled Hunter. He rolled along the ground as the 4 other rangers stood over Blake. "This has gone far enough." Ninja smoke screen, different colored smoke puffed up around them, and they disappeared. Demorphed, they helped the still morphed Navy Ranger into a cave. "Right here, guys," Shane told them as Blake was laid down. "Blake, wake up." Tori knelt beside Blake as they lay him down in the damp sand. "Please wake up." She tried to shake him, but navy sparks began to fly from his suit. "What's happening to him?" Tori cried as they all backed away, and Blake demorphed, lying unconscious. Blake, as soon as she knew it was safe, Tori was back down, shaking him awake. Blake's eyes flew open and he jumped, struggling as they caught him. "You're all right," Tori nodded as he looked up at them, disorientated and confused. "Take it easy, Blake." Zoey smiled as she crouched beside Tori. "You'll be okay." After he had finished recovering, Blake stood on the edge of a cliff, watching the sea as he thought about everything that had happened. "Hunter is the only family I have," Blake admitted as he turned to face the 4 ninjas standing behind him. "He's always been there for me, and now he needs my help. For the first time in our lives, he needs me." "I'm not going to let him down," Blake said, with determination. He wasn't going to lose this fight. "We'll do whatever we can," Tori smiled to him. Shane, that wasn't us back there, Blake told the skateboarder, who he knew was still a little wary of him. I know, Shane nodded. I should have known. Zoe snorted. Oh, if only someone had tried to tell us? She wailed dramatically, why couldn't we listen? Shane shook his head as the other two snickered at him, dramatics aside, we're there for you. No matter what, he told Blake. Fully. Dustin agreed as he and the others nodded in agreement. Blake managed a small smile as he nodded back at them. To be continued. That's it for Chapter 10 of Ninja Storm, the Pink Ninja Ranger. I'll be having a lot more of this series out soon, continuing the Pink Ranger story. Remember, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. As always, may the power protect you, and see you for the next adventure.